Hello, today video about explanation of Goldback inducement, Goldback market maker models based on power of 3 ranges. So let's begin. The theory is this. So in Goldback, if a fair value gap prints into the FV partition, right? Okay. If a fair value gap prints into the FV partition, then it should hold, and if it prints, for example, in the breaker partition or in the order block partition, it is not meant. Wait, I don't have the word in English, but we don't assume it will hold. Like, we assume it will not hold, it should not hold, based on Goldback theory. But if it's printed into the fair value gap partition, it will hold. So, same thing with an order block. If an order block, let's put it in blue. If an order block is printed into the liquidity void partition or breaker block partition, it is not supposed to hold. It is only supposed to hold into the order block partition. If an order block is printed to the breaker and it holds, that means it was a breaker back in time or something else, or a breaker inside on a lower time frame, whatever, that was holding. So based on this, something we forget often is that highs and lows are also part of the ICT PG array matrix. That means highs and lows are PG arrays. So if we only keep the dealing ranges, so only low and high, and a separation for discount and premium. So premium, discount, high, low, that's the only thing we care about. Maybe also ERG, external, right, ERG. I think that's the acronym. So if we only keep this, and we have the same theory that PG arrays should hold only on their partition, that means any highs and lows, swing highs and swing lows that is made inside from high to EQ, that means it's premium liquidity. Highs and lows that are printed from EQ to low, that means that discount liquidity, but not protected liquidity, it's engineered liquidity. It's important, engineered liquidity. If a low, for example, is printed on the low itself, the low partition, so the swing low is printed on the swing low partition, that means we can consider long, we can consider a smart money reversal if we trade ICT without these ranges, and you see something like this. So a lot of equal highs that were created, let's say at 7 a.m. At 7 a.m. New York time, a lot of equal highs are printed, and then on 8:30 we are here, and we have a bearish drawn liquidity, right? 8:30 we are here. We don't want to short, let's say, this fair value gap here, unless we have an SMG. So this fair value gap, we don't want to like come back here and then short. We want a sweep of all these equal highs that are engineered liquidity. So we always want the engineered liquidity to be gone, to be swept, and then we can go short, right? So the same thing is here. Any high, let's say a big swing high, sharp swing high like this, that is printed, but it's not printed on the high itself, we want it to be engineered liquidity. So we always want that high to be swept first, and then we can short. And then we can frame market maker models of this. So let's say we have engineered liquidity here, original consolidation, what is called again? Wait. I don't even remember. I don't remember what's the exact term. Then smart money reversal on the low itself. And now we have our smart money reversal here. We have the inducement here, which is the original consolidation. This is. We have accumulation here, which will become a mitigation block in the future. And this is our breaker block, right? Smart money reversal. And that breaker block is inducement, the low of this breaker block. It's liquidity. We are sweeping into the POI, which is the low itself. And most time you also want a key level that aligns, whatever. And then you can frame a very good long up to at least that inducement. And most times, because this is an algorithmic pathway, I will almost always target the EQ or the high. Yeah, if you want to make it mechanical, target the EQ. And use discretion for the rest. Like if it makes sense, target the high. If it doesn't make sense, don't target the high. Just keep at the EQ. The EQ will be safe because we can very often reverse the EQ and disrespect. And then at the next EQ, wait, let me show you. So okay. Then at the next EQ, it will reverse again and whatever. Now a few things I want to talk about is what if we have an accumulation on the low like this. If we have an accumulation on the low, most of the times I will want to either, well obviously you want liquidity, you want everything aligning with your trade, but I want the smart money reversal to either be on the EQ like this, then I can target back to the low, back to these equal lows, or back to the EQ. Very often we will see EQ to EQ, and if the EQ does not give our smart money reversal, I will want a smart money reversal on the high. And if we accumulate at the EQ, obviously, yeah, that easy. I think that's it. Swing highs on a very high time frame, 30 minutes. Swing highs being printed. This is also inducement here. This swing low here, I will put it in black so we see it well. So this and this, I will put it thick lines like this. So now we have liquidity sweep, we have this fair value gap, high time frame fair value gap, and okay, and we have our P power 3 ranges, and we are in deep discounts, and we can target that discount liquidity, smart money reversal here, entry on the, let's say 5 minute, I will say. Okay, so on the 5 minute what happens? Nice breaker on the 5 minutes. I'm sure there was a very good entry on the 1 minute, but whatever. So just to say that this was a sharp swing high, but it was inducement. And this is sharp swing low, but this was inducement. And we had to sweep it. So yes. Okay, so I just want to also show an indicator that can help you. So it's this one. It's just an indicator I made that shows a lot of ranges at the same time, like the lines. So this is like a Jinning range high, Jinning range low. So if this is the Jinning range we are here in, this is the high, this is the low, this is the high, this is the low. You know what I mean? So this is the low, and at the same time this is the high of this one. So this indicator is nice. What can I say? They have EQs. You can put this option, but I don't recommend it. just for some people I made it, they like it. You can use the shelves for zones instead of the highs and lows themselves, but I don't recommend it. I use it sometimes, but on my custom dealing range indicator. Well, I will show it. But if you use normal power of 3 ranges, these values are the best. You can use, for example, custom with 1000, for example, this, and now you have so the EQ is every 500 points. This is every 250, 1000. I'm pretty sure you can use the 1000 and 100, and it will work very well, like here, because the institution used this level 2. You know, it's just big round numbers like 25,000. And I will maybe find an example. Is over here, bottom check on this quarter. It's that simple sometimes to make trading. You don't have to use the power of 3 ranges, you can just use, you know, big numbers like every 1000. But yes, and for my dynamic ranges indicator, it's this one. So here, I would just recommend you use the automatic level if you want to catch the expansion of the day. It's not always the best, so for example, yesterday on Friday, I think it was a Black Swan event, so pretty rare. But I did catch, for example, that long, and if you use the 3x, you could have catch the short here, and you could have also catch a nice long here. And a trade I took was, oh, okay, wait. So a trade I took was this one. So I had a lot of context behind that trade. So what I did is I used the main levels. I had the limit order here. I had 3.25 point stop loss, and I went to target that. Yes, these equal lows I targeted, and then just below in this forward gap. And I took that trade, and it was nice. I made a little bit of money. Also, I took a couple trades later in the day using the 1x on the 1 second chart, because it's very nice too. And you can frame market maker models on the 5 second, on the 1 second, anything you want. Here, for example, I missed that long from here to, for example, here to the EQ. You can short the EQ. A lot of opportunities if you have lower time frame charts. So this was inducement. And this was inducement too. Original consolidation, smart money reversal on a very low time frame, and expansion. And here you can have the same thing. But what I mean is you can short here too. Yeah, that's it.